Fact. Cannabis is a gateway drug. Medicine. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. They say that. I don't know. But it is medicine, and it's used as wellness tools. It is medicine, and it is used as a wellness tool. You cannot sit here and tell me different. 1, cannabis reduces anxiety. 2, cannabis stops insomnia. 3, cannabis is a mood stabilizer. 4, cannabis boosts your mood. And 5, cannabis is used for intrusive thoughts and PTSD. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite herbalist, Angie, and these are 5 scientific proven studies. I think I said it wrong. And these are 5 peer-reviewed studies that proves cannabis is used for health benefits. Now, if you didn't know, I graduated college with my psychology degree, my undergrad, bachelor's in psychology. So there was a lot of studying and a lot of studies that I had to do and tests that I had to do and research that I had to do. So a lot of things that I had to do was used by Google Scholar and JSTOR, and if you're in college, you know these websites. So basically, I'm saying I had to back all of my things up with studies and proof, which is what I'm going to do here for you today. I need to get their brakes fixed. In a study entitled Cannabidiol rather than cannabis sativa extracts inhibit cell growth and induce apoptosis in cervical cancer cells. So I'm going to read the abstract of this study to you. Cervical cancer remains a global health-related issue among females of sub-Saharan Africa, with over 500,000 new cases reported each year. There's different therapeutic regimens that have been suggested in various regions of Africa. However, over 250,000 women die of cervical cancer. This makes it the most lethal cancer amongst Black women and calls for urgent therapeutic strategies. The results obtained indicated that both cannabidiol and cannabis sativa extracts were able to halt cell proliferation in all cell lines at varying concentrations. Now, also in this second study, it was proven, not really proven, but it was suggested that cannabis helps the use and slows down Alzheimer's disease. The name of this study is called Therapeutic Properties of Multi-Cannabinoid Treatment Strategies for Alzheimer's Disease. Basically, in this study, it showed that CBD reversed and prevented the development of cognitive deficits in AD rodent models, and low-dose THC improved cognition in aging mice. It says, importantly, CBD, THC, and other psychochemicals present in cannabis sativa interact with each other in a synergetic fashion. They have greater therapeutic potential when administered together rather than individually. Then it goes on to say, thus the treatment of Alzheimer's disease using a multi-cannabinoid strategy may be more efficient compared to a cannabinoid isolated treatment strategies. So basically they're promoting the use of the two together. This third article is my favorite article because it's absolute facts. And we knew this without an article or studies. But this one is called Cannabis for Chronic Pain, Challenges and Considerations. And this one is just basically proving how cannabis helps the treatment of chronic pain and ailments in the body. The abstract of this one is, the National Academies in Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine has found substantial evidence that cannabis is effective for the treatment. Okay, I talk fast, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Basically, they found that cannabis is an effective treatment in chronic pain for adults. The report stated that there is substantial evidence that inhaled cannabis is effective for the treatment of chronic pain in adults. That study I want to talk about, it is basically how cannabis is proven to help people that suffer from PTSD. The study is titled, Using Cannabis to Help You Sleep, Heightened Frequency of Medical Cannabis Use Among Those with PTSD. But trust me, it don't gotta be medical. Cannabis use frequency was greater among those with high PTSD scores who used it for sleep promoting purposes compared to those with low PTSD scores who did not use it for sleep. Consistent with prior research, this study found increased rates of coping-oriented use of cannabis and greater frequency of cannabis use amongst medical users with high PTSD scores compared to those with lower ones. In addition, the sleep improvement appears to be a primary motivator for coping-oriented use. It says that additional research is needed to examine the health consequences of the pattern cannabis use, blah, blah, blah. All researches require further research, but pretty much that's the gist of it. Those are just a few studies that proves that cannabis helps people, everyday life. If you want to do your own, I suggest that you always do your own research. You can definitely go to Google Scholar, JSTOR, or any free publication website that has peer-reviewed studies, and look into it yourself, because it's a lot of things that people have done cannabis studies on that it has been proven, and it's the government just doesn't want to acknowledge it. Well, some states does, but in Georgia the government just doesn't want to acknowledge it, or even try to reason with the people that use cannabis for medicinal health needs and wellness. I feel like one myth that people always have about cannabis is that it always makes people lazy or unmotivated, when that is certainly not true. There are some strains that are high in THC that may cause that effect, like indica, that makes you more calmer or relaxes the body, but that's not all strains, so you cannot say that about all users. There are certain strains that are rich in CBD and THC that balance out each other, and it's used to promote focus, creativity, or give you energy. So if this video has helped you or wanted you to dive or explore more into some scientific studies about cannabis, let me know and comment below what studies you have looked into.